Welcome to the CFC Charity Instructional Video Series brought to you by Local Independent Charities of America. This video discusses the removal of the adjacent statewide eligibility status beginning in 2015. To many people's surprise, the CFC is not one single campaign. Instead, it is made up of scores of individual campaigns. In 2014, there were 147 local CFC campaign areas, each administered by its own board of local federal employees. In the past, local charities were eligible to apply to their own local campaign area and any CFC area that was adjacent to the charity's local campaign area. In other words, a charity had eligibility in all neighboring CFC campaigns. Local charities could also qualify statewide, that is, all CFCs in any given state, if the charity had an office and provided sufficient services to any state. Beginning with the fall 2015 CFC, these adjacent and statewide eligibility criteria have been removed. Let's look at a real-life example of adjacent listing in last fall's 2014 CFC that includes pledge results from each CFC campaign. This local charity was headquartered in Baltimore and had a satellite office in New York City. It listed in both these campaigns and also in the campaigns adjacent to those two local campaign areas. Then, in 2014, it also received universal giving pledges from the rest of the country. But 2014 was the only year with both adjacent and universal giving opportunities for local charities. 2015 will be quite different. In the 2015 CFC forecast for this charity, it will keep the local office listings and revenue and include the gain of 10 universal giving campaigns reporting totals of $3,308, but it will lose the revenue from the 7 adjacent campaigns that reported a total of $32,142. Note, even though there are more reports of gifts via universal giving, these gifts total far less in revenue than gifts from adjacent campaigns. But why? What is the big difference between adjacent listing versus universal giving? It is the listing in the local brochure. Adjacent eligibility meant listing in the local brochure. Adjacent campaign listing has been eliminated. The local CFC brochure is still the main tool used by donors to choose charities. The brochure only lists local approved charities and the national list of charities. That totals about 3,000 charities. The online universal giving system lists nationals and all locals from all 147 local campaign areas. That totals approximately 20,000 charities. This huge increase in competition makes it much more difficult for federal employee donors to find your charity. Here's an important CFC rule. Charities total more gifts when print listed in local brochures versus search engine gifts from the online universal giving system. And the important corollary, if you have local offices or chapters around the country, get these listed in their local CFCs. Let's recap. Local charities can no longer qualify to list in adjacent or statewide CFC campaigns. This likely will reduce total CFC revenue for these charities, and this revenue will not be regained by gifts made via the universal giving system. Charities should explore local office and local chapter listings in the local CFC brochures. Thank you for watching our CFC Charity Instructional video brought to you by Local Independent Charities of America, the only local CFC federation founded by federal employees. Since 1987, LICA has helped local CFC charities connect with the federal donor community. Check out our recommended video. CFC campaign areas will shrink from 147 total campaigns in 2014 to just 40 in 2016. How will this affect my local charity?